Hello and welcome to the Project Catalyst Fund6 closeout video for the Orcfax project. The Orcfax project was entered in the Fund6 Developer Ecosystem Challenge, which was seeking to create a positive developer experience to help developers do a better job building successful apps on Cardano. And we felt that the lack of a viable Oracle solution on Cardano was a major hurdle to the developer experience, and so we decided to tackle that. For those of you that don't know, oracles are a fairly common primitive on most blockchains. What they do is they take real world data like sports scores or price data. They collect it, they validate it, and they reformat it in a way that can be read by on-chain smart contracts so that they can use them as inputs to their business logic. We proposed to draft an open Oracle protocol and a minimum software product that could serve as a working example. And we received $49,000 and $49,500 from Project Catalyst Fund6 for this work. In the course of doing the work, we developed an MVP product. We created a basic Plutus prototype that demonstrates how to publish data into an EUTXO transaction using the current version of Cardano at that time, which was the Alonza era. We open sourced that and we shared this code on GitHub. We also wrote monthly blog posts. There was a lot of learnings and findings along the way, a lot of new things that we had to discover about how to make this work. And we made a habit of reporting back out monthly in a blog post to let the community know what we were doing and what we were finding. Like many other builders in the Cardano space, we were eagerly awaiting the Cardano Alonzo area because it essentially promised that it would give us the capability to implement full-blown smart contract capability and functionality like we were seeing on other blockchains like Ethereum. Unfortunately, there was still a number of technical shortcomings that made it difficult to get to that stage. A key one for us being an Oracle was something called the concurrency problem, this idea that because we are an EU UTXO chain, we don't have global state. So if you want to publish data, you have to publish it inside a transaction, and only one application can read a transaction at a time. So you can't really publish data. You can only really send data to one party at a time. That's obviously a huge blocker to the concept of what an Oracle should be doing. We were working through the Fund6 funding. We spent a lot of R&D time trying to figure out solutions on how to architect our way out of that. And around the same time, IOG announced that it was working on a solution with the Vassal hard fork that included something called reference inputs, which would allow transactions to read multiple transactions to read the same singular transaction at the same time without having to spend it as an output. And that really solved the concurrency problem and made it viable to build a Oracle on Cardano. Once Vassal was released, we were very fortunate to receive Fund8 funding and basically follow through and finish through with the vision that we had all along for Orcfax as a Cardano-based Oracle. And we do some amazing, wonderful things now. We are in production. We do a lot of interesting things around how we collect data, how we validate it, how we archive it. That's all work that was mostly funded by Fund8, and we can't wait to hand in our Fund8 closeout report and show off more details about that. We will be doing that shortly as well. But the main point being is that the Fund6 work, the kickstarted all of this, all these ideas, and a lot of the direction. And fortunately, by Fund8, we were able to finish the work. And then on top of that, since then, we have become a more independent project. We have run an ISPO, we've run a token launchpad, and those are all ways that we've been able to start funding the R&D and network maintenance of Orcfax itself as a functioning production-ready Oracle on the Cardano blockchain. We have many more cool things we want to talk about and show off, and we will in that Fund8 video, for example, like the Oracle Explorer that we built. But these are all things that were made possible by the trust and faith from Project Catalyst, the big experiment that said, hey, if you got an idea, go figure it out. Here's some money to give you some resources to do that. And that's how Orcfax got started. And we like to think that we are going to be one of the major players in the Cardano ecosystem over the coming years, and hopefully be its leading Oracle provider, all thanks to this early generous seed funding contributions from Catalyst. Thank you very much.